Welcome back to the TSL3 round of 8. We've got ourselves a match as we move into game number 4, spawning in the top left of Teldream Altar as the blue Terran, Prae.ThorZaIN, his opponent way across the map in the bottom right, oGs.MC.
You know, this is normally a position that a macro Protoss will want to be in, but MC sometimes doesn't care about things like that. We're going to have to see who likes these positions. This will give ThorZaIN plenty of time to get his 2-2 up, see if he can take out MC like that once again. And I do want to just point out that so far, like everything I've watched ThorZaIN do, aside from blindly making Vikings, that is the only criticism I've had of him so far. It still worked out for him, but amazing, outstanding decision making by ThorZaIN all the way.
Yeah, and I just want to point out yet again for anyone watching this on YouTube or who just tuned into the broadcast that both these players were in European lands, so there's no lag issues. We've completely dealt with that by both players being in Europe and playing on the European server, and we're seeing them at their peak.
Yeah, I mean, there is nothing going on here other than two great players playing their best, playing their hearts out. Believe me, they both want to win. Both of them want to get to the finals of the PokerStrategy.com TSL3. An amazing tournament. One of the absolute best productions that I have seen, Chill. You guys are awesome.
And looking in the bottom right, we can see MC chrono boosting out a lot of probes and now going up to 15 supply. So it looks like he's going to drop the quick Nexus on the large map. I like that decision. Might as well take a risk to bring it back here in game number 4.
Well, that's certainly how MC does play. I'm sure ThorZaIN, though, is going to go for a very fast expansion as well. He is getting some gas, and we can notice that in ThorZaIN's base, he is only mining gas with just 1 or 2 SCVs right now, and he's just controlling his gas intake exactly perfectly. He wants exactly enough, I do believe, to get that tech lab up, to get a single Marauder out. It's a very safe expansion build. That's really quite original to ThorZaIN. Oftentimes, Terrans like to get a couple Marauders out, but he's cool with just 1.
And this is the build we've seen him do before. He gets that 50 gas out and then leaves 1 SCV just mining. So he's got it completely timed out so that he has the gas income that he's going to need when he switches back over to production. Tech Lab about to wrap up. ThorZaIN just having this Marine sitting outside his natural so he can dance around with any probes that come in and deny any sort of scouting. As ThorZaIN gets his first SCV into the main base, he's going to see that Nexus going up, going to see the gateway just finishing, and going to see basically everything he needed to see.
Yes, indeed he will. Now, ThorZaIN, I do believe we're going to see him just throw down a command center. Yeah, and just as I say that, command center being thrown down, very good choice there. Obviously, he can't, from this position where he was kind of saving minerals, just throw down extra barracks. MC would be able to have enough units in time. So it looks like this may turn into a macro game from here.
Yeah, production facilities just continuing. ThorZaIN getting that second barracks. He's being really aggressive with the single Marine, which is a little bit surprising to me as he runs into this Zealot. Probably going to have to turn around unless he wants to showcase Submarine versus Zealot micro, and yes, he does. He's dancing around, flashing that gun left and right. Now with a partner in the gang, he might want to get out of there. And continuing to rally units, actually, ThorZaIN was. Taking a look at the production tab, we've just got Stim on the way, second barracks, and MC continuing to research that warp gate technology.
You know, I'm excited to see what build MC chooses from here because, you know, here he is starting a game off a little bit in the lead. And what I would really like to see from him is one of his old school MC pushes. You know, one of these 6 warp gate, sup, I have 10 sentries, I force field everything and kill your bunkers. I would not mind to see that right now, Chill. I feel like that might be a good choice here. Kill ThorZaIN before he can get his double engineering bays going, as we know that ThorZaIN does love, because once he gets those going, there's just no turning back.
I gotta agree, and looking back at past histories that we've seen in this match, MC has usually gotten the better of early aggression with the Void Ray harassment, and then game number 3 on Zell Mega Caverns just running past the bunker. When it's gotten to the late games, and especially the upgrades start to kick in, ThorZaIN's really taking control of the game, and MC's really never had a shot once we've gotten past that point. However, the other side to look at is this is the first game where MC got a reasonable advantage in the economy, and he's got a little bit of map control now. He can drive the pace of the game, so if he wants to get aggressive, that option is viable to him. If he wants to take a third base and continue with his economic advantage, he can do that as well.
Well, it looks like he's at least going to put on some pressure. Is throwing up 4 warp gates. In the meantime, ThorZaIN putting up some bunkers. Only has 1 Marauder right now, so finally starting to make some more. And 3 barracks, 3rd barracks rather, almost done. Has a few Marines. You know, this pressure by MC could do just a little bit of damage. I don't really see any sentries yet, which obviously Guardian Shield would be very useful against these Marines. So I think he's just going to see the bunkers and probably take a step back. Maybe decide to take a 3rd base as well, as he only has 1 gas still.
Yeah, only 2 bunkers for ThorZaIN, but as you said, that should be enough. We'll have to see what MC wants to do here. Looks like
he's actually he's chrono boosting all his warp gates. He's saved a lot of chrono boosts. He's actually gonna go for one of these crazy, you know, 1 geyser, a trillion zealots. This is actually gonna be pretty deadly here, Chill. Not gonna kill him obviously, but that is a lot of zealots. He might be able to get a lot of damage done. A lot of those SCVs being pulled up for repairing, an extra bunker being put up. And MC, I think he's ready. He's used up his chrono boost. He's adding some geysers at home. It's time, now or never, get some damage done with this attack. And there we go, the SCV's making a little wall, starting to repair. More SCVs being brought up against those bunkers. And those zealots being taken out oh so quickly. Not doing as much damage as I think he wanted to there.
Yeah, I'm trying to see who got the better of that. The supply putting ThorZaIN in the lead. The income tab also putting him in the lead. So ThorZaIN looks like to be in a fairly strong position. MC still has a little bit of map control despite running back to his natural. Let's see how he follows this up. Taking a look at the production tab. We've got him making a robotics and not taking... Oh, he actually is taking a 3rd base here as he just drops that Nexus at his 3rd base. I like that. He's still got a little bit of map control. ThorZaIN's going to be a little bit hesitant to get out on the map until he's got medevacs out. So in that window, MC can drop that expansion and get it online.
Yeah, definitely a good timing. 42 probes against 41 SCVs. I would say that ThorZaIN did get the better of that. He created an expansion timing for himself, but ThorZaIN, you know, he has a similar economy, and when you have the same number of SCVs as probes, the mules are going to put you a little bit ahead. And then, of course, he killed off a lot of zealots. And MC really, he didn't have any long-term investment strategies going. You know, he didn't have any upgrades going, didn't have any tech going. Wasn't even mining more Vespene gas than from 1 geyser. So I feel like ThorZaIN right now, you know, during that time where their armies kind of equaled out, he's been getting his upgrades, he's been mining more gas and advancing his tech.
Yeah, and I mean, the theme we've seen all day, ThorZaIN already has +1. +2 just about to wrap up as it's at 120 of 160. Meanwhile, MC transitioning into the Twilight Council, so he's got that robotics only for observers, making a 2nd observer so he can figure out what exactly is ThorZaIN up to. And ThorZaIN is getting aggressive here, going to hit a 1-1, a little bit of a timing. I don't expect him to be too aggressive, just probably push out, make some space, and take that 3rd base.
Yeah, I think this is one of those, hey, I'm going to kill your Vespene Geyser and Pylon type of moves that we do see from Terran so often here against Protoss before you get those Colossus out. And here we go. Blink is being researched. That's not going to be done in time to really stop this little harassment. And, you know, it's little things like this, ThorZaIN. This is the type of move that you want to do as a Terran player. What did that cost him? Nothing. He didn't need to stim. He didn't need to do anything. And I love this drop he's going to do. Oh my god, 1 Marine in that medevac. And you're all thinking, Artosis, 1 Marine in a medevac isn't going to do a lot of damage. And then a Zerg player's thinking, yeah, it is. But actually, this is going to be for scouting. He's going to drop it in there, stim it, run it through the base, see what's going on. It's going to meet a bunch of stalkers. But moves like this are what make ThorZaIN a top S-class player.
Yeah, I mean, even though it doesn't work in this instance, the idea, as you said, is very solid and very sound. MC cleaning that up. A scan actually going to be dropped. So ThorZaIN realized he didn't see what the tech choice is. He's going to drop a beefy scan, which is going to see that the Twilight Council is being chrono boosted. And he's also going to see the Templar Archive. So we shouldn't see the Viking repeat of last game, or will we, as he's already got 3 out, now switching over to medevac production. So probably not going to follow that up. But this blind Viking production is a little bit strange to me.
Yeah, that's, I don't like it. I don't like blindly making Vikings. I feel like that's one way to let a Protoss get ahead of you. If they go Immortal, Zealot, Stalker, High Templar, that's going to be a great counter to someone who has Vikings in their army. But of course, ThorZaIN negating that a lot of the time with these really great upgrades. But here's the thing, MC has that additional base, and look at this, going up there, trying to snipe off some of these flying units that get ahead. beautiful move because he does have blink. He can get out of there. Not choosing to blink for some reason. There we go. Finally blinking away after losing 1 and 90% of a stalker. But that was a great move. But here's the thing. ThorZaIN just now getting that additional base, but 2-2 just about to finish. Psystorm and Zealot charge finishing as well. So both of them hitting timings at the exact same time here with upgrades. We're going to have to see how does this go. A lot of Psystorms just in there. One missing, only damaging a couple Marauders there.
Yeah, so big whiff there for MC, and not that big a deal. He's got 4 Psystorms out. 4 High Templar, now 3 Psystorms remaining. ThorZaIN going to take that third base. Already dropping the refinery there as he floats the command center over. MC getting aggressive on the map. As you said, 2-2 has now completed, and ThorZaIN has transitioned. Instead of Vikings, he switched over to the Ghost Academy. He has 3 Ghosts in production, so EMP going to be used to take out that Psystorm, and I like that he's adapting. It's not the biggest adaptation, but still something we don't see out of players even at the highest level. Now falling back as he's realized MC is pushing out in the middle of the map. Going to bunker up a little bit so he can survive the next attack and secure his third base.
You know, MC sometimes gets a lot of flack, and even in this series, for not playing just a standard solid macro game, but after that first very aggressive attack, he is transitioning beautifully into it. As ThorZaIN takes the third base, making that into a planetary, MC is taking a fourth. He's making a lot of units. He's practicing some good map control, taking some Xel'Naga towers, scouting around with those Blink Stalkers that are just so mobile, making a ton of gateways. The only other thing I could say is, hey man, get another forge. You do have that one forge going, which is nice, but ThorZaIN, if he was really mean, would be getting 3-3 right now.
Yeah. We can see, as you mentioned, with that gateway explosion, MC up to 12 warp gates as soon as these remaining 4 finish. ThorZaIN, meanwhile, dropping 3 more barracks, but he's only sitting at about 8 barracks. Going to push out. So MC will be able to remax more quickly. However, remaxing with the High Templar if he needs them immediately, of course, not going to be that effective without the Kydarian Amulet. And now MC is moving forward. And look at this, spreading his High Templar out to negate any sort of EMP coming forward.
Oh, beautiful move. High Templar going through the center of the map, looking for a Ghost, and does a nice feedback there. Trading a High Templar for a Ghost. It is completely worth it, fellas. And nice Psystorms going off. Oh my god. So many red units in there. Beautiful, beautiful Psystorms. A nice EMP come through, but he does have charge for those Zealots. And this time, MC looks like he may be able to win this battle. But it may be time actually to turn around. Never mind. ThorZaIN with his unbelievable upgrades, winning battles you would never think he should win. Just completely on top of things, but I have to give MC a lot of credit. He's added suddenly a couple more Robos, so he's actually going 3 Robo Immortal right now, and he actually could switch over to Colossus suddenly, which would be great. But another battle going on, oh my god, all over the place, a lot of High Templars in here, and if he doesn't wipe this up, all those High Templars are going to go down, unfortunately. More Zealots coming out, though. I don't know what I'm saying. MC is all over the place. A crazy action-packed game so far.
Yeah, this is insane, and ThorZaIN getting caught out of position, but still doing better than he should, just as a result of those 2-2 upgrades. Now going towards 3-3, MC does have +1, getting production on +2 ground attack, so he's trying to catch up. Got an Archon out, actually, just trying to soak up more damage, and oh my god, Immortal production is off the charts as we've got 3 stomping down the ramp, trying to get into the middle of the map. ThorZaIN is going to have to get some sick EMPs, but there's no ghosts remaining as they've all been fed back, and now trying to stim and dance back and forth. MC blinking forward, trying to deal with this army, and oh my god, ThorZaIN needs to get out of here, using the slow of his Marauders to try to deal with the Zealots. I can't believe he got that much value out of that attack.
That was actually so nice by MC. You know, that's one of the greatest things you can do when Terran is trying to get away. Blink forward, take out some medevacs. Those are expensive. Those use up starport time. And 3 more Immortals on the way. I'm really surprised he's staying on Immortals. He's already shown 3. That's going to trigger way more Ghosts being made. In fact, 4 Ghosts being made right at this second. So, I don't know. I feel like it is certainly time to transition into Colossus from here, especially after killing medevacs. That's going to be less healing. That's going to be just awesome moving. Look at that, blinking up, trying to kill some more medevacs here now as well.
Wow, MC's unit control is getting sick right now as he's blinking forward, picking off medevacs. He's baiting ThorZaIN by blinking forward, forcing ThorZaIN into attacking and then using his charged Zealots to soak up the damage and really get a nice surround. And we can see MC's insane income and insane 12-gate production really starting to show on the differential in the army size here. We've got 182 for MC, 160 for ThorZaIN as he begins to float his fourth base over to the top right, dropping that refinery and trying to take position just down his ramp.
Well, MC is picking off so many units in the middle of the map. He's almost maxed out. 194 against just 164 of ThorZaIN. ThorZaIN, his production of medevacs has been taxed. He's lost like 10 medevacs this game, which is pretty huge. And I want MC to realize, hey, I've been killing these medevacs. Maybe not Thor's, their equivalent Protoss, the Immortal. Maybe these are not the right choice here. And yeah, he actually notices that just as I ask him one more time, putting up a robotics bay and switching over to some DTs for some map control as well as a bunch of Colossus is the best thing he could do right now. If ThorZaIN gets off some good EMPs against this current army in the middle of the map, it's actually just going to evaporate. It's High Templar Immortal, and EMP, like, needless to say, is pretty good against that unit comp.
You can see ThorZaIN coming back to his ramp now, trying to stim and push forward, catching a stalker, but how many Immortals are in here? Oh my god, 6 feedbacks going back on everything! Oh my god, are there any ghosts remaining here? Yes, they are, but they don't have EMPs. Stimming forward, trying to deal with the units as MC blinks away, dropping some Psi Storms on the Bio Ball. Oh my god, so many Psionic Storms going down as this army is just melting, and look how many Immortals are remaining to chase down the Marauders. MC definitely getting the better of that and forcing ThorZaIN back into his natural.
Yeah, despite much worse upgrades, ThorZaIN is at 3-3 right now, +3 attack on the way for MC, but no armor upgrades quite yet. MC going down, forcing away this command center, but let's not forget, ThorZaIN did take the top right. MC right now also taking a base up in the top right. But he does have a lot of Colossus on the way. A lot of ghosts being made for ThorZaIN, but those ghosts are not going to be all that useful against the Colossi. So I feel like, as far as unit compositions go, MC now going to get way the upper hand.
Yeah, I agree. And with MC taking that 5th base at the top right and having, and actually a 6th base at 6 o'clock, and just having the insane production, ThorZaIN is really going to have to get a little bit lucky here. He's going to have to kill the entire army of MC and then get on the map, take one of those bases down, because he can't just keep sitting back in his natural. Yes, he has top right in the form of a planetary fortress, but there's a large MC force moving over there to take that out.
And during this time, some Stalkers were harassing ThorZaIN's other command, so his whole army's going down there. No chance to really save this planetary up here. Those Immortals going to deal damage way too quick. Repair doesn't matter when there's like 10 Immortals targeting it down. Now he's got the Colossi joining the battle. And, this is a unit composition. I don't know how ThorZaIN is supposed to deal with this. He does have some planetaries out, which will slow down this onslaught of MC. But he needs to get Vikings out. He needs to use Ghosts. He needs to make, like, every good unit Terran has to beat this insane amount of units that MC has.
Yeah, I just don't know if it can be done as ThorZaIN moving forward, eating another Psionic Storm at the hands of a High Templar. Another High Templar doing a nice side storm, but ThorZaIN trying to dance out of that. He's got a lot of Ghost EMP here, dropping 2 EMPs, taking out that Dark Templar actually, but MC is coming back with a scary force that is going to sandwich ThorZaIN in here. And look at this, the Cloak Ghost trying to drop EMP, and they do on the majority of the units. This is about as good as it could get for ThorZaIN, doing some dropship micro actually, taking, oh my god!
Oh, I think we should just have a moment of silence and hold hands at what we just saw here. What is going on? ThorZaIN, amazing choices in that battle. He actually cleaned up the most insane army by cloaking his ghost, sending down some EMPs, spreading his units, and now he's also killed the expansion. Now he's going to go into the main base. I don't know about that part, but everything else was so... Oh my god, what is going on?
And MC trying to recall his units, which were out at 3 o'clock and in the center of the map. ThorZaIN needs to be careful he doesn't get stuck in here, trying to take out all the pylons to shut down the production of MC. MC coming in with some Stalkers, blinking forward, but ThorZaIN still has the better of the upgrade. Now trying to take down the Dark Shrine. That's a bit of a questionable decision. Oh my god, Snipes going down, EMPs going down on the Stalkers. everything trying to take out the MC army, but there's just too much. By the way, while this is all going on, MC has gotten up to one armor and +3 attack on his unit, so he's really started to equalize the upgrade disparity. But look at the supplies, Artosis, 144 to 140.
Yeah, ThorZaIN is equaling up in every way. He's throwing command centers all over the map. He's just floating them down, taking everywhere. He's got those 3-3 up still. He's harassing the top right Nexus area, and it looks like that will probably be going out, even though probes are being sent there, and some nice micro down here against those charged zealots. Here is the main thing that's really happening, though. There are a good number of Vikings out. Where are the anti-air units of MC? He's making Colossi, but he only has a handful of Stalkers, so as ThorZaIN adds more and more Vikings, it's going to be very hard for MC to actually hold on to his Colossus army.
And you know, Artosis, the top right just got shut down by ThorZaIN. We saw he took out the 6 o'clock. That means MC is on one mining base in the form of top right. Psionic Storm going down on some Marauders up there as units continue to be warped in on the high ground to clean that up. But ThorZaIN has the bottom left, and he's trying to take the bottom left main, actually, with an orbital command. I don't imagine that's going to live as this observer is flying right over there. And does MC actually have observer speed? That's flying pretty quickly.
Dude, that's like one of the best upgrades in the game. I'm so proud of him for getting that, seriously. But right now we do see MC going to take out this expansion by Prae.ThorZaIN in the bottom left. Very smart move there. And in fact, his Colossi are going to catch all of these SCVs. Goodbye, SCVs. And those go down quite easily. +3 attack on Colossus. Pretty scary. Dark Shrine coming back. Another Nexus is going up. This is kind of an interesting situation. They have similar supplies. But I feel like ThorZaIN, just a level. Oh my god, never mind! Look at that insanity with those High Templars. A lot of ghosts are here, though. We're gonna have to see what they are gonna get done.
Yeah, I can't even tell you who's winning anymore. Is the ghost getting picked off by the Colossi? A lot of ghosts going down. Only one remaining as it finally cloaks now, stimming forward, trying to move in. Psionic Storm dropped the majority of the Bionic units, but it looks like ThorZaIN is going to be able to crash forward with his Marauders. Vikings taking out the remaining Colossus, and now ThorZaIN showing his incredible micro as he kites back and forth with these Marauders, trying to take out the Zealots. But MC has taken the supply lead yet again, 144 to 112, and has a significant presence on the center of the map. ThorZaIN may lose his 9 o'clock expansion, but he also has the 12 o'clock as a planetary fortress as well.
And those planetaries are very important right now. We have another battle going down, though, and he does get some EMPs off, but those Immortals still dealing insane damage. It looks like it may be cleaned up. The two Archons getting out of there. They see Marauders, and that is like the Archon nightmare is the Marauder, so they are gone. We do see MC has that bottom base. He does have that base over near 3 o'clock, but the same can be said for ThorZaIN. So the game is still very even. 125 supply against 124. I don't know how these two are playing such an even game here. I'm so impressed with ThorZaIN, the way he's battling back, but look at how many High Templars are out. Oh, beautiful feedbacks going off. And
yeah, the aggression is just amazing. As they're starting to dry up with resources, they're not slowing down. If anything, they're actually picking up the pace. And as you mentioned, MC has reestablished that 6 o'clock, so both players mining on 2 bases here yet again, but ThorZaIN pressuring that. If we look at MC's 3 o'clock base, it's drying up fairly quickly as there appears there may be an engagement in the middle of the map. A lot of Archons, a lot of High Templar, a lot of Zealots, not too many Stalkers. Looks like ThorZaIN doesn't want to press the issue in a full retreat. Going to sit on this high ground and put his Ghosts out in front. Psionic Storm dropped on only 2 Marauders there. Going to take those out. The Ghost sitting in front, trying to catch those High Templar, dancing in and out of Psi Storm.
Dude, he's just wasted like 3 High Templars there against his. ThorZaIN doing a great job with these small little groups of Marauders running in, trying to snipe him, forcing Archons. I mean, Archons obviously still pretty good against the Bio army. They tank a lot of damage and deal a lot of damage if they actually get up there, but that's the best case scenario for ThorZaIN. Make these High Templars, force them into making Archons so that they don't die, force them into spending their energy, and ThorZaIN, I mean, he's just battling back. His micro is unbelievable. He's staying on top of every single mineral that comes in. This guy is rarely up to 500 minerals, if ever. So very, very impressive. More Colossus on the way for MC, and oh, I love this DT. Misses an EMP to try to uncloak him. Oh god, that's not how you want to do it.
And he misses a scan, actually, scanning behind himself, trying to hit it. And does he have any energy? It looks like he may not as he's trying to run forward. Needs to hit an EMP. There we go. The Dark Templar spotted. But another Dark Templar in the back is here trying to snipe out. Oh my god, Ghost getting fed back there. They don't have energy. Blinking forward, picking off the majority of the Ghost. ThorZaIN forced to stim and get into this battle, dodging out of the storm, baiting it out and then moving forward. He is just like stinging like a butterfly or whatever. Dancing back and forth, dancing like a butterfly, stinging like a bee, dancing at a Psystorm, stinging like a marauder is ThorZaIN, getting cut off by MC. Psystorm finally chasing him down and pushing him back. It looks like MC has taken a commanding lead in this match, completely isolating the army and executing it of ThorZaIN.
Wow, I mean, I felt like MC was so far ahead so many times, and then ThorZaIN just kept fighting back. Maybe the battle of the year with those ghosts cloaking much earlier in the game, giving him a shot, but it looks like this may be all she wrote for ThorZaIN. This guy doesn't have much left in him, 99 supply against 150, and with an observer there, those cloaked ghosts not going to do quite as much, even with some EMPs.
Wow.
Nothing left. GG, well played. Tied up 2-2. I could not be happier. We're going to Game 5.
This is insanity, Artosis. Insanity.
It's even crazier than that. It is, oh my god, I can't believe we're actually making it to Game 5. After Game 1, I was like, well, this is a 3-0 for ThorZaIN. I mean, come on. I mean, this guy's way too good. But MC bringing it back, showing us why he is the two-time GSL champion, going into Game 5 on Crossfire. Oh my god.
All right. Crossfire, game number 5 is going to determine.
Right. Gotta calm
Yeah,
down.
I need to like refocus, get some Zen breathing going on because we need to keep it together for game number 5. This is going to determine who's going to move forward into the round of 4 to take on Kaz in the semifinals on the left side of the bracket of the TSL number 3. This is nuts. Artosis, do you have anything to add before we jump into this game?
I am so happy to be here casting ThorZaIN, playing like a sick nerd baller against the scariest Protoss in the world. Both playing on the European server. Both amazing players who are at LANs right now. So anyone watching from there, go up and shake their hands and you'll become a little bit more Gosu.
It's very true. So probably the best and one of the most equally skilled matches we've seen thus far in the TSL3 is taking it to the rubber match in game number 5, which we'll be jumping into right after this.